regime, which is why I assigned you all this essay. What historical figure is your hero? Hopefully, this will bring a little hope into the classroom today. Go ahead, Margot.
There are several historical figures that have graced the praises of our history books, bravely fought in wars, instituted new governmental policies that have transformed our country and affirmed the American dream, and social justice work pioneers who have fought for humanitarian rights. But what historical figure could be more exemplary than the one who has perfected the art of rhetoric, seized the hearts of millions, and convinced an entire nation to follow his lead, but Hitler himself?
Margot.
Why else would he have rapidly rose through the ranks, but for his strategic and brilliant methods of...
Margot, I don't think you should.
Christ, let me finish.
Persuasion. He must have had moments of trust, glimmers of brilliance. He must have known what he was doing.
Don't you dare finish that sentence.
Hi, I'm Margot's blinding rage. Can you believe how freaking rude that was? Just interrupting me like that?
Hi there. I'm Margot's hormones, and I'm just here to mess things up every once in a while.
Yes. I'm Margot's insecurity, like a conscience, and it seems I've brought a rather touchy subject up. Maybe I'm reading the entire situation wrong. I don't know.
You want me to look at the bigger picture. See, I could change history. I mean, I'm Margot's hopes. I'm my most important quality.
Now, this all may seem a bit odd, so perhaps I better explain. You see, I'm going to change the world. I have the right ideas, the right voice, and the right things to say. If only I had the chance to say them. If the spotlight would just stay on me.
So, Margot, you got a call from your teacher today? Something about the glorification of Hitler?
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just a school project.
But Margot, we're Jewish.
Oh my God, shut up, I hate you!
This is unacceptable. Talk like this is so disrespectful to your rich Jewish ancestry.
You know you don't have to yell at her.
We need to know what happened and why she thought this was acceptable behavior. You think this is funny? You think this is cute? Any thoughts, Margot?
I was just trying to exemplify the pros of Hitler.
What the hell, Margot? There are no pros of Hitler.
You know this is a child you're talking about, right?
Why don't people understand me? Why don't people understand when I say that Hitler was a prominent person in history? When he spoke, people understood him. They understood his ideas and dreams, and they shared them. When I speak, people just pass a few moments?
Good God.
Yes, Miss Anderson.
It seems that you have very strong opinions, young lady. And it's evident that you don't fear public speaking or public scrutiny.
Yeah, I don't really fear anything.
I think you would be an intriguing candidate for school president. Ouch. What I mean to say is that I believe you'd be a great representative for the student body. You're smart, capable, opinionated, and unique. If the student body agrees with what you have to say, then you'll be in charge of class funds, school dances, and have you put in a lot of other important decisions.
Hold up. What?
She's not pulling my leg, is she?
Better not be.
This is perfect. Would you be interested?
Yes, Miss Anderson. I'm so honored you thought of me, and I'm so grateful.
She finally said something worthwhile.
Right on that one.
Those dumbasses, I mean, distinguished individuals won't know what hit them.
This is it. This is my chance to be heard.
Vote Margot for dictator.
No one's listening.
Vote Margot for dictator.
Everyone's just staring. Maybe I shouldn't be so demanding. People don't like it when girls are so intense.
I should cry.
Or punch a kid.
Hey, don't you want a society where everyone works and is rewarded based on their needs and abilities? Communist ideology is still relevant in our 21st century culture, people.
That's right. If I were in charge, these people would be able to reach their full potential.
We are more than what we produce, people. Our society holds the seeds of its own destruction.
Maybe I should just go home.
If they don't know when a life preserver is being thrown their way, I say let them drown.
Shh. They don't know what they do. I can't punish them for not being enlightened.
I'm so ready for my speech tomorrow.
Are you prepared to enlighten us in your speech tomorrow?
Yes.
What a great campaign speech, Lucy. And now, for our next candidate. Margot.
Lucy, I can tell you tried. I really can. But you lack experience in the social sphere, and I fear that you would fall behind in the ever-changing flux of middle school drama. And Joshua, you spent effort on your speech, but your stiff personality will never relate to the student body. We need action. We need charisma.
The school needs me. All the rest of y'all's just falling short.
The truth is, I love you all dearly. But the thing is, I want to save the world. I believe that I am capable of doing so. I am highly capable of making important and difficult decisions at the drop of a hat. And I am not afraid to lead or voice my strong opinions. I want to find my place here, not just in this building, but in this world. I want to create a beautiful place for you all to grow and learn. I want to save the world, and you guys can't do that without me. Thank you.
Damn, I'm awesome.
Margot Doppelganger to the principal's office. Margot, I heard you had a little altercation with the other candidates.
Joshua is crying. What was that?
I stand by my right to freedom of speech, sir.
You tried to... You tried to create a communist, oppressive regime in a public school.
Aren't you Jewish?
Not relevant, sir.
Your behavior is completely unacceptable.
Margot, we cannot go around verbally abusing our not tolerable.
I do not equate the truth to verbal abuse, sir.
Margot, there is no place in this school for a student dictator position. You cannot dictate the student body.
I just wanted to help everyone, and I had the student body's best interest at heart.
Help them with what?
There's so much darkness in the world. You turn on a TV, go online, everyone's fighting with each other. Even at my own home, my own parents. I know I can see the light. I wanted others to see it too.
Margot, being an adult isn't about solving all the world's problems. The problems won't go away. They'll persist, whether or not you know.
I know, but don't they need guidance?
Not quite. See, the mature thing to do is to adapt to the opinions that you don't agree with. And you have to learn to live with them.
Are you crazy?
The problem with the people on the TV and I only saw one life.
That's beautiful.
See, in this world there are many ways to exist. But what real adults do, real adults coexist. There's something to be said for the value of holding on to adolescence. Margot, you see things in a whole new light. You do. And that is exactly the kind of hope this world needs.
You think so?
Of course. But next time, let's try to have a more positive impact and a little bit less